Welcome to the Comox Valley 8-ball tournament on Saturdays at the Avalanche Bar and Grill. In this match, we have Peter Hsu versus Fergie. Um, Fergie's a pretty good player. He goes to Penticton every year, and he's always in the top 10. Peter is currently ranked number 13 in the Comox Pool League, so this should be a fairly good match. Fergie gets the break. Fergie has a very powerful break, and that the balls are usually quite scattered, and it's very optimal for break and runs. Unfortunately, nothing goes in, and Peter steps up to the table. The low balls are very shootable. The 6 and the 4 are very straightforward shots, but for some reason, Peter decides he doesn't like low ball, primarily because of the 2 that's on the top rail, and the 1 and the 3. They're very hard. They're pretty well bad balls, so Peter's going to risk going for the high balls, even though he doesn't really have a shot at high ball, and he's about to pay for his bad decision. Oh, he doesn't look too happy. So Fergie gets to step up to the table. High ball is now the preferred color. High ball can see a pocket. Every ball sees a pocket. So Fergie's gonna go for the for that ball. Damn it. Should be a fairly clean run out. Fergie's a bit straight on this ball, so he'll throw back. But unfortunately, the cue ball didn't go to the middle of the table. I'm sure that's what Fergie intended it to do. For some strange reason, the cue ball goes to the bottom of the table, which is very unusual. So Fergie must have struck the ball in the wrong spot, because the spin didn't quite get the cue ball to the middle of the table. Fergie is going to go for a combo to the corner. Well, the 10 ball went in, but that's not the ball he called. And Peter steps up to the table, and the only ball he can see is the 7. And even though he can get the 7 in, the 5 ball and the 1 ball still remains very problematic for him. Peter misses the shot. But it's a good miss, because Fergie doesn't really have a shot after Peter's miss. Fergie's going to go for the corner with the 9, I believe. Beautiful shot. It almost went in. Well, Peter needs to get rid of the troublesome 2 ball. And for some reason he thinks he can get the 2 off the 9 ball. and the 2 ball doesn't quite make it. Fergie still has the 12 ball, I believe. That's sandwiched between the 7 and the 1. Peter is counting on that ball to hurt Fergie. Unless Fergie can clear that ball, Fergie is not going to be able to clear the. He's not going to be able to run the table. And so far, Fergie has shown no intention of getting to the 12, so Peter's quite content. Peter believes he should be able to get another shot. There's no way Fergie's going to run this table. But boy, is he wrong, so keep your eyes peeled. The next minute is going to be very interesting. Fergie's going to try to draw back. Almost sues. Okay, folks, this is the best shot of the match, in my opinion. Fergie is going to hit the 12, and he's going to sink it. And you're not going to believe how he's going to do it. This is probably the best shot I've ever seen in the past year. And I'm very happy to have it recorded on video. Fergie points to the side pocket near the cue ball, and that's the trajectory of the cue ball. The cue ball is going to go off the rail, hit the 10, and the 12, and the 12 is going to go off the 7 and the 6 into the side pocket. Can Fergie do it? It's a very, very difficult shot. I've never seen it done, but here it comes. Incredible. Not only that, Fergie actually kicks the 4 ball away from the top right corner, allowing for the 8 ball to go in, and it's a big, massive pocket, so Fergie shouldn't be able to, he can't really miss, but he does. Oh, too bad. It would have been a fabulous run out. And Peter gets a shot at running the table. Except Peter doesn't quite run the table. He's about to make a mistake. Now, the next shot would be the 5, but Peter shoots it too soft. The cue ball dies on the rail, giving Peter a very hard shot. Shooting off the rail isn't Peter's forte. Peter should have smacked the ball and had the cue ball come to the middle of the table, but oh well. Well, Fergie deserves this game. Fabulous shot. Immortalized on tape. So the score is 1 for Fergie. Peter gets the break. Can Peter catch up? It's only a race to 3, so every game counts. Well, table looks good for high ball, except for the orange stripe one. That's next to the 5 and the 6. That's got to be a killer. And there's no way Peter can get to it. Well, he'll try. So he's gonna try to get the cue ball into breakout position, and we'll see whether he can do it. Okay. No breakout position from this end, so he will try to bring the cue ball. Whoops! No, he looked at the 10, but he realized that's a valuable ball for breaking out the orange stripe one. So he's gonna get the cue ball to come that way. Ah, perfect breakout angle. The only problem is he kicked the 9 into a bad spot. The 9 is not shootable, but Peter needs to do the breakout right now, and Peter does it successfully. Now Peter will have to thread the cue ball up the table after the shot if he wants to run the table, and that's a pretty good shot. Peter should be able to see the 9 after this shot. He's gonna put a soft shot with a little inside, with a little left. Good shot, and here's where Peter messes things up so badly. He's gonna shoot the 9, but he's gonna try to hold the 9, which is a mistake because it's not gonna hold. He should have shot it harder into the rail, and he would have seen it to the side, but he was trying to hold for the corner, so big mistake. And Peter's gonna pay because that's all she wrote. Very disappointing. That game should have been Peter's. Whoops. That's a bad shot. He kicked the 8 into the striped ball. Now there's no way Fergie can complete his run out. He will need to break out the 8 at a certain point. Fergie is thinking of shooting the 2, but he decides for the 1 instead. I think in this shot he should have went for the hook myself, rather than trying to do the breakout himself. But Fergie prides himself on breakouts, so we'll see what he can do to break out the 8. Fergie misses the breakout. You can see a sliver of the 8, but there's no way the 8's gonna go. So I think Fergie's gonna try to leave the cue ball dead on the rail near the top of the table, and hope Peter doesn't get a shot. Well, the cue ball bounced out. So here's Peter's dilemma. Shall Peter shoot to the corner with bottom, or shall he go for the side and use top, let the cue ball roll towards the top of the table? Peter does, he decides the latter, but he misses and leaves Fergie a perfect shot on the 8. Yeah, maybe a shot too fast. Maybe it was too anxious. But, oh well. Peter's not shooting well. Fergie's on the hill. It's a race to 3. Fergie needs one more game. Well, this is a straightforward run out for Fergie, so I will stop my comments at this point. And good luck to Fergie. Hopefully he makes it to the end of the match, end of the tournament.